Welcome back to Women in Business. I'm your host, Lisa Autry. I am so excited to have a doctor in the studio today. Would everyone welcome a leader in her field, Dr. Aletha Harven. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing, Lisa?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so excited to have you. We've been talking for many months. You were going to come in the studio, and I'm so excited to have you here today. I want to talk all about you and being a leader in your field and what you are doing and how you can help others.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so hi everyone. I hope you're doing well, and thank you again, Lisa, for inviting me to be on your show. I am a university professor. I teach in the Department of Psychology and Child Development at California State University, Stanislaus. I am also a DEI consultant. So DEI, it stands for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and that's something that I really want academic leaders, including teachers, to embrace, and also I help people who run organizations to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion as well. So I provide a lot of trainings, and my trainings include workshops and seminars, and also I engage in one-on-one coaching with just lots of different leaders in their fields.
I love that. So you help, you're in academia. Do you also help corporate, because diversity, equity, inclusion, that entails a lot in the corporate world. So do you go into corporations and help leaders kind of help diversify and help with equality?
Yes, absolutely. With the murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and numerous other people, our society has really been focusing a lot on embracing diversity, right? Being inclusive in our practices, making sure that we are equitable with our policies. And so for me, I do work with organizations and I help employees to really interrogate the policies and practices within their organizations, and I work with leaders within those organizations too to help them also interrogate their own practices and policies to determine, okay, what's equitable and what isn't equitable, and what's going to help your employees to feel a sense of belonging, which is going to help motivate them and keep them at that place of employment, and then what's pushing people out the door. So I do work with a lot of organizations, and I enjoy doing that work. And then also I work with a lot of educational institutions, so colleges, universities, at the UC level, Cal State level, if we're talking here in California. And it's been really great work. So there are departments, programs that call on me to conduct assessments. So I'm assessing what's going on within those particular programs and departments, and then also providing training to staff members, to faculty members, also providing training to students as well. So there's a lot of training that's going on right now in our country surrounding diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging.
I love that. But that has to pose some challenges, right? So what struggles have you seen going into the industry as a leader and kind of overcoming those struggles to help facilitate that change?
What's really cool is people want to create change. I think one of the challenges is people sometimes have a hard time really implementing those changes. So if I am sitting down with, let's say, an academic leader or leaders in a particular organization, and I'm helping them to assess their policies and practices, and then I'm giving guidance and advice on how we can modify those practices, how we can change them. Let's create some new practices so that the people that you work with feel a sense of safety and a sense of belonging. Let's talk about this. Well, everyone will say, this is great, this is wonderful, but it's like, okay, so how do we really do this, right?
Yes.
And so that's really the challenge, is just really working with leaders to help them, and I do a lot of coaching with them to really help them to implement these different strategies that are ultimately going to help them to be successful in in their work.
I love that, because a lot of us want to make changes. It's the action behind that, you know, whether you're in academia or you're in a corporation saying, I want to actually facilitate change. How can I make that possible?
Right.
I absolutely love that. So where can we find you, and where are you headed next? Because you have so many things you're doing. Where can we find you next, and how can we access you?
Okay, so I do have a website. It's alethaharven.com. And on that website, you can learn more about me, and also there you can sign up for my newsletter. And then there is a place for you to inquire about my services. So again, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, or if you are interested in being a part of workshops that I hold, seminars that I hold, that's the place to connect with me. And then also, I have a YouTube channel, and so that YouTube channel, it has my webinar series on it. So I'm in the second year of my webinar series. I am still updating it with a lot of videos. So I do hold very large professional learning experiences, or professional development trainings, if you will. And those trainings bring a lot of people to the table. Like my largest training, it was a 2-day training about confronting anti-Black racism, and that brought in over 1,000 people.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And that just shows right there how much people want to take action and be the leaders for facilitating that change. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So make sure you guys go to her website, alethaharven.com, and subscribe to her newsletter so you can be a part of the change and you can be a part of the action. Thank you so much, Dr. Harven, for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And then you're going to have to come back in a couple months so we can see what other things you're offering, because I know she has a lot of amazing things in the works. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate being here.
All right, we're going to get back with Austin with the Read Report.